So, how's your morning going up till now? It's noontime, and two boys from Brooklyn want to serve you a huge portion of humor for lunch. So, break out the lunch pail or the sandwich you packed, and let Les and Freddie S bring you jokes and nostalgia mixed in with important information about medicine, food, dating, or just the stuff you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. And if you have a story about anything you want to share, a bad date, a movie review, or just the strangest thing that happened to you at work, call in and join the fun toll-free at 1-800-889-0267. Right now, sit back and let's start the lunch break. Freddie S. and Les are ready, so here are the boys.
Good morning, partner. How you doing? Are you awake?
I'm awake, but you went too quickly. Hey, slow it down there, big boy.
Okay, let's start again. Hello, Freddie. Are you awake?
His voice.
Okay. Okay, stop the music. I'm ready to talk.
No, you talk through the music, Les.
Oh. Well, I just want to let everybody know we made it for 6 days on the air. The FCC has not closed us down.
Not yet.
We're still good. Keep your finger on the button. That's your job. Right?
I got bad news.
What
You
happened?
got called by the FCC. They're throwing you off the air.
Okay. So we have an exciting show, but before we start this exciting show, I want to thank our sponsors, Dr. Anthony Pinozzo. I want to thank amp2.tv, and I want to thank Health and Wealth Seminars for helping make the show where it is today. I thank you, but you don't contribute any money, so I'm just going to say how you doing, okay?
I think he was pointing to me when he says you. Who knows what you means in this room?
Okay.
Hey, first of all,
I'm the broad, Liz.
Yes.
I'm here to help participate today, as I have been the last couple of days, and it's been so much fun, and I thank you guys so
Liz is a
much.
host on the show. You know Liz, right?
Yes, of course I know
You know who
Liz.
she is?
I know she's our co-host, right?
She's our co-host.
And now, let's see, let me give out the numbers. If anyone wants to call in and talk to our unbelievable guest, it's 800-889-0267. And Fred, do you have the number of the doctor before I introduce him? Or you want to do...
I have several numbers for the doctor.
Okay.
The doctor, the man with the golden hands. So we
Yep.
got 954-786-2800.
Good.
We got 954-472-8355. But I think that the first segment we're going to be doing is going to be 954-472-8355. And he's a surgeon.
Plastic
Surgery
surgeon.
Center, plastic surgeon.
And
And
he's
I'm gonna tell you-
perfect timing for being here because we have Valentine's Day coming up, and a lot of ladies want to look beautiful for their man, and a lot of men want to look great for their women.
That's right.
And so having a plastic surgeon in the room to answer questions about how to beautify yourself and make yourself sexier and hotter for your mate, it's a great introduction to a perfectly beautiful man who makes people beautiful.
And he could get you ready from here to Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
So let me introduce you to this great man, Dr. Kasuma. Thank you am I pronouncing it right, Kasuma?
Kusuma is right.
Let me introduce you and tell me a little bit about your background. I think people want to know before they go to a plastic surgeon what your background is, where you went to school.
Sure. I moved to Florida about 5.5 years ago from Cleveland, Ohio.
Thank God.
From the cold to the warm.
These are the days that make you feel like you made the right decision, you know. I was on faculty at Cleveland Clinic in Ohio for about 4 years, and I was doing a lot of crazy big operations and had a fantastic time doing research and teaching, and had a busy clinical practice. I did my training there as well in plastic surgery from 2004 on. But I couldn't take the weather up there. It was just not made for me, so I moved to South Florida.
Right.
Before Cleveland, I was in Nashville, a great music city, music
yes.
town, Nash
Beautiful
Vegas, we used to call it. I did residency there for several years, and then before that, I was in Georgia. So I traveled, kind of south to north along my career path, and I was at Vanderbilt there Georgia. I was at medical school, actually,
Oh, great
at
school.
the Medical College of Georgia. Before that, I did business school at Emory University.
Wait a second. Business school.
Yeah. I did a dual major in sciences, life
Wow.
sciences, biology, and business. But kind of had a change of heart to go to medicine from there. So I kind of followed from south to north. Just ended up in Canada, almost in Cleveland, but didn't quite make it up to Canada.
And you have an accent, so where are you originally from?
I was born and raised in India, actually.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I moved to the United States when I was a teenager, about 15 years, when I was 15
Wow.
years of age.
I gotta ask the doctor because I was a NYU pre-med student.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but I quit.
Smart
Because
man.
I should
Smart man.
have gone into I should have gone into plastic surgery.
That's the best thing to get into. You know why? Because everyone's happy.
Well,
Hey, my heart is going, doc. Could you put a stent in? They're not happy.
well, I'm
They're
sort
happy
of.
if they save your life.
No, they'll come to see me after they get better from the stent. Yes.
Well, I want to know what kind of plastic surgery the doc works on, because I'm gonna tell you, I live in Florida. Came from New York. We all came from New York, and down here, every woman down here is the perfect waist up. I mean, it's unbelievable. So it's got to be the work of you guys.
I think some people are blessed, but very few, actually.
Thank you. I appreciate
Very
I
few.
don't know exactly what to say to that response right there. I'm sitting
Boy, I
next
like
to a
this doctor.
plastic
Somebody
surgeon.
hit the bell,
Hey,
because that was a
Two
great
boys.
line.
I am
There you
sitting here
go.
next to a plastic surgeon being told that nobody's really beautiful.
You are one of the blessed ones, right next to me.
Doc, what about me?
He's saving himself.
No, the two,
I don't like
the,
your
two,
breasts
the, two
either.
of, the two of you need a little help,
We need a lot of help, doc.
That's
A
what
lot
we
of help.
talk about after the show. Yes.
We need a lot of help. But we purposely sat him next to you there,
Yeah.
Smiley.
So that you
Thank
can
you
sit
for
here
that.
and tell me all the wonderful things that you can fix on my face and my body, which
You're-
I would love to hear.
Oh well, but don't stand up. That's the only way you can see your body. Okay. Now we have a guest right here next to me. Now, if we can make a woman look like this.
She's beautiful.
Oh, she's gorgeous, but she doesn't talk. She has a little. She has a little.
She has a little cough.
Can I ask a quick question with you?
Yeah,
Dr.
sure.
Now, I know plastic surgery can be used, obviously, to make yourself look better, through breast augmentation and various things like that. But there's also a tremendous use for it for when somebody's injured and
Sure.
they have scars. And I have a daughter, actually, right now, that she has 5 cysts under her skin on her face. And I'm very concerned as a mother because they have to evaluate what these cysts are, and they have to actually biopsy them. She's at Children's Hospital in Boston right now, and I don't know if there's any good way to actually evaluate and do a biopsy of a cyst that's in the middle of a face on a child and not leave her scarred for life. Now, is that something that you go to a plastic surgeon to deal with, and is that even possible in this new age of medicine?
Yes and no. Plastic, we do see a lot of that because clearly, anything on the face is quite alarming for most people. I mean, especially young girls, and so yeah, we do see a lot of them. It depends again what type of cyst or lesion or bump it is. There are some that you could treat with simple things where you don't need to make big scars or small scars on the face. And even if you have to, we can do a fairly good job of doing it in a way that conceals it well, so it's not going to be a big cosmetic issue or any visible issue going forward. So yes, we have come a long way in scar management, surgical technique, and etc. So there's lots of hope.
Is the younger the better, or is it better to wait till the skin matures?
It varies again based on the situation. We don't. There's young kids sometimes can be mean. If there's anything they can be made fun of, and they
Yeah,
get
I
picked
know.
on. No pun intended. They get picked on the cyst on the face. So
Right.
if that happens, we have to evaluate the whole situation. The social, the family, the maturity of the child, and etc. So we make decisions based on good, collaborative discussion with the family and whatnot. So. Usually, if it's better, if you can wait a little longer, it's always better for kids, because we don't want to traumatize them and put them through pain unnecessarily.
So let me ask you a question. I know when they had this bullying thing going on, a lot of children have women's breasts. So you do gynecomastia also.
Yeah, actually, surprisingly, that's quite common. I've done gynecomastia or man, chest growth.
Right.
That looks like a really breast tissue. They look like a size A cup, sometimes size B cup. Really, I've done as men as old as 60, 70 years of age because they were embarrassed all their life to do something, and they finally at that age, somehow got the courage to go and face it. But I also see quite a few teenagers, in their late teens and early 20s, who don't take their shirt off ever. They don't go to the beach. I mean, living in Florida, who doesn't go to the beach, right? Who doesn't have a pool? But they don't. They somehow give an excuse, all the time. And they don't even wear shirts that show their chest. They're always covered up. But, this is a very simple problem to treat. It just requires some education and a visit to a good plastic surgeon who can guide them, and maybe an endocrinologist to look at their hormone levels. But this is a very curable and treatable condition, and people do fantastic, So I think if anybody listening has a condition like this, I encourage you not to wait.
Right.
Not to wait and just get it taken care of.
So where could they, Fred, you have the doctor's number where they could contact him in case,
Yes, I do.
I'm glad you're actually doing your job.
I'm glad you don't have the number there.
I don't read that well.
Doctor's number is 954-472-8355. He's located at 205 Southwest, I think that's 84th Avenue. 84th Avenue, Plantation, Florida, 33324, 954-472-8355.
Can you also give our phone number so if anybody wants to call in with a question?
I was just going to ask Les to do that.
There you go.
800-889-0267. The reason I asked Les to do it is it's right in front of me.
We're not stupid in here.
I know, you guys, I'm telling you.
Hey, Maniac.
I may be a dumb broad, but I'm not stupid.
It's hard being
First
the
of all,
center.
you're not a dumb broad.
It's hard being the center of this discussion.
I think we
Doctor.
have a little phone call.
We do.
Oh, wow, okay. We got
Oh, he didn't get crazy.
Great.
Oh,
He gets crazy when the phone comes in.
Joni from
Ding, ding,
Boynton
ding, ding.
Beach. Hi, Joanne.
Yes, Joanne. Hi, how
Hi.
are you?
We have
Hi,
Dr.
Joanne.
Kasuma here. How are you?
Hi, how are you? I just want to compliment you on your show. I've been listening for the past couple of days, and it's so much fun.
Thank you. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Oh, wow.
Who paid her?
I don't know. So,
Somebody must have paid.
I don't know Joanne. Do you know Joanne? No, we don't know any Joannes.
I know many Joannes.
I know. You were a player. So, Joanne, what's your question
this
for the
Joanne
doctor?
was originally from Park Slope, so I got to bring it back to the cosmetic part of the questioning for
Okay.
Dr. Kasuma. And my question is, how long should one expect a facelift to last, and does a weight fluctuation impact the results?
Good question, Joanne. Thank
Very
you for
good
calling. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Great, nice to talk to you, Joanne. So that's a question that I commonly face in my practice. My two areas of specialty are face and breast, so I do quite a bit of face work. So face lifts, these days have a lot of different names to them. Some people call them, mini lifts and lunchtime lifts and quick lifts and J lifts and S lifts and all kinds of varieties, right?
Right.
I think a lot of that is marketing talk to kind of brand something, but essentially, if you do a well performed facelift that is comprehensive, which means that you address the skin, you address the kind of tissues underneath the skin, you address the fat, you address the kind of the turkey bands underneath the neck, you address
What
the
did you
cheeks.
call them?
Turkey necks.
I'm sorry, the turkey what?
They got a lot of names.
I'm never going to look at my neck
you
the
don't
same
have
way.
It. I know you're trying to wobble it. If you do a well done operation, that can last quite a bit, but one variable that nobody can control is really how good the elasticity of the skin of somebody holds up. So some people do great for 10-15 years. I have actually patients that I take care of who are in their, believe it or not, 90,
I believe it.
who look absolutely fantastic, and they do upkeep and maintenance. There are some people who have a very good operation, but in a year and a half it loosens up a little bit. So it's very hard to standardize that, but we do have non-surgical methods to maintain the look longer these days, and so I think a well done operation in people who have good skin quality, I think can expect results to last a long time, 10 plus years easily. But people with a very, very badly damaged skin, poor elasticity and poor quality skin may see some creep or loosening that can happen sooner, but even that can be addressed now non-surgically quite well. So I think there's a lot of neat things we can do these days.
So as a person gets old, when a person gets older, like in their 70s, and you do a surgery on them, do they have a propensity to not be as long? Like 10 years, would they last 10 years because their skin, I guess, isn't equivalent to someone like her who's in her 30s?
No, not necessarily.
I love you, Les.
No, there are people in their 60s, 70s who have taken care of themselves and who are sometimes blessed with good genes. They have fantastic skin in their 70s and 80s.
I got to try this.
Can I ask
Yeah.
you a question based on what you're saying? Is it better then to start at a younger age because of the elasticity, or is it better to start, because like with Botox and things like that? I mean, I haven't really started those things yet, but I have friends that started them in their early 30s because they felt like before the wrinkles come, start. And I felt like, well, I don't want to bother till I'm older and the wrinkles are there. But maybe there's something to be said for starting younger and keeping it fresh.
So I think the whole philosophy of our being is being changed, meaning preventative things are always better. proactive things are always better than reactive things. So that goes for sun protection for your skin, or car maintenance or health maintenance, and that goes the same with your
body.
appearance. And so yes, I am a big advocate of preventative care, and so even in 30s, 40s, if you can prevent constant movement, etc., that can cause deep wrinkles, etc., it's always better. If you take care of your skin by managing the moisture level, the regenerative kind of stuff that you can do for your face, it always makes your skin age better. And so yes, I agree. I think maintenance and long-term and preventative stuff is always better than doing something reactive very late, because who knows what's going to happen tomorrow or next year, right? You may have a health problem. So elective surgery or cosmetic treatments are always better to do it when you're vibrant, when you can enjoy that. Actually, there's no point waiting.
No, I agree.
Because you never know what tomorrow brings. Joanne asked another question. She asked what happens with weight fluctuation. So anybody who has weight gain, although not advocated, their face looks younger. That's clear. I think all of you guys know. Somebody who's a little bit slightly obese or slightly overweight always looks better or younger because they have fullness. and the market of fillers, the fillers, Juvederm, Restylane, all of these things came into being because that's what we're doing, right? We're plumping up the face a little bit. Some people overdo it, but overall it's a very good thing, because anything that kind of makes you look fuller always makes you look better. And I frequently do that in surgery. I do the surgery, do skin treatment with lasers. I do volume, kind of addition with either fat or with other products, and so volumized or full face always looks better. So if you gain weight, I think it'll make your face look better, but the body look worse.
That's why he has no wrinkles on his face. He's overweight. So I want to ask you.
And then you have wrinkles. Why? You're not underweight.
No.
You're not overweight.
Well, it's like the
somewhere.
The Jewish grandma cheeks that they always pinch.
Oh, that's why he looks like a
That's why I look
a Jewish.
because I got those Jewish grandma cheeks that everybody pinches. They're nice and plump.
Yeah, I think I have some too.
You don't have a wrinkle on you.
Les just looks like a Jewish grandma.
This is my partner.
Is Joanne still there, or is she?
Joanne?
No, she's gone.
Good talking. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
calling.
Joanne.
So I know we have one person listening to our show, so that's good. We have one person.
Actually, that's 4 now.
No, that's 4 people.
4 people.
We have announced that we have 30,000 listeners that we've documented in a week.
Wow.
Wow,
And that's pretty good.
That's awesome,
I'm very excited
guys.
about that.
Yeah, we're doing very
And
nice.
I don't, as you know, Nikki, I don't have 30,000 friends at the gym, but she's my workout partner.
Do you have any friends at the gym?
Yeah, don't I? Yeah, I have a lot of friends.
How much you pay to say that?
She clearly looks like she works out a lot, and you clearly look like you talk a lot.
Oh yeah, that's
At
true.
the gym.
Oh yeah, I do talk a lot.
He goes to the gym to talk now. He doesn't go to the gym to work out.
My wife wants to know, how do you spend 2 hours at the gym and you still
Talking.
I have some great joys. I can eat a steak and the bone all together. I like talking. Talking is my business. And she looks good because, she really does work out. And when Nicole is working out, she's got the earphones in her ear and you can't go near her, right? she'll go like this. Okay. No,
take it easy.
I'm very excited about
you
this.
Get nervous. You make me nervous. Doc, we just got a text from Gio in Orlando, which is our producer. He wants to know, which is your favorite type of procedure? What do you get, you get all excited about doing? Because I'm sure you do multiple areas.
Well, I think I have 2 or 3 actually equally I like a lot. I love doing what I call comprehensive facial rejuvenation, which essentially includes, addressing surgical things like loose skin, loose tissues, etc. It addresses the skin quality, where you can, kind of make new skin or, help grow new skin. You can also add volume, so I address all aspects of the face. I love doing that operation because you can really transform the way somebody looks. I love doing breast surgery, and I love doing revision breast surgery.
We love you doing that too, Doc.
Yeah, Doc.
We really love it when you do it, Doc.
Do you do reduction also?
I do, yeah, all types of breast surgery. So,
we don't like reduction
So
surgery,
after you've been nursing a baby for years and years, you do a little bit of that lift up?
A little tuck up?
Yes.
I heard that's actually a very, the most painful of all the breast augmentation surgeries is actually taking and lifting the breast back up.
It varies. When you do breast augmentation, sometimes you have to cut the muscle and you have to put it under the muscle. You must have heard that. That also can be somewhat uncomfortable for 2 or 3 days. The lift can also hurt, but women are much tougher than men any day.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Don't touch my breast.
Women,
My breast, I run for the hills, Doc.
women manage pain a lot better than men.
I don't know. I think it depends on the woman. I know that we've had babies, but I mean, if somebody comes near me with a needle, I scream. I'm
But
like
you're
a
sleeping,
chicken.
though. You would never know.
That's right. You don't know
What would
nothing.
be the process of doing a procedure like that? What would be the cost? What would be the downtime?
I would rather, you know what? I would rather him not give the cost because every surgery is different.
Okay, so what about the downtime and the...
Downtime is okay.
Should we make an appointment for...
For me?
For her,
Listen,
I mean,
I nursed
she
for
wants to
four,
know a
I
lot
nursed
of
for
information
4
here, huh?
years.
I
I
wanna-
nursed.
I wanna-
That's a long time.
A lot of years?
I
How
want to
many
answer
years?
Dr.
20 years?
question.
Yeah, right.
You nursed for 20 years.
When you-
Holy mackerel, Doc.
Do you ever
Depends
use
if you mean my husband and my children.
There you go.
Do you ever use hyperbaric oxygen with patients?
So
That's great.
hyperbaric oxygen therapy essentially is very, very highly concentrated oxygen that pushes oxygen into the tissues. That works well for people who have poor circulation or they don't have adequate circulation for whatever reason. A normal, healthy person who's got normal circulation does great on their own, so they don't need hyperbaric oxygen therapy. But people who are got poor, leg circulation from smoking or from diabetes or from whatever reason, and they're not able to get their own oxygen to the tissues because you need that to heal and live, they can't because they're, the blood is just not taking it adequately there to do stuff. Hyperbaric can help in those circumstances, but not everybody needs it. I'm very much a believer in the miracle of the human body. If you take care of it well, if you manage it well, you can do a lot of things without a lot of intervention.
Fantastic.
What exactly is hyperbaric?
Hyperbaric was discovered with scuba divers when they went down too far and they tried to get up fast. Am I correct? They ended up with the bends, and they had the chambers. I used to work.
What does that mean, the bends?
The
Look at
bends,
Les.
air bubbles.
Les walks with a bend. I mean, you bend over.
No, not those bends.
It's called arthritis.
It's cold old age.
No, honestly, it's a good question because it was mentioned to me the other day that for people with Alzheimer's, that would actually be good because it helps reoxygenate.
Yeah, they won't remember if they were in there anyhow. So.
But I'm curious, what exactly does it mean? And is it used? Is it an out-of-office procedure? Is it used alongside of
No,
surgery?
you
Is
have to
it-
go into a chamber. Am I correct? You have to
Yeah,
go into a
yeah.
chamber and they adjust the oxygen levels.
This is a very expensive treatment.
Yes, $1,500.
Yeah, it costs. It's a very expensive machine. It's usually at wound care centers
Yes.
mostly,
Yeah.
and not many people really need it unless, like I said, they have circulation problems and wounds that are not healing. But healthy people don't really
Right.
need that. But of course, science, the way it works is that you always discover new applications for existing technologies. So I'm sure the breadth and variety of treatments you can do can change over time as you use it more and more. But the primary indication right now for that is for people with poor circulation, with wound healing problems, etc. And it's something that you use it for that.
Does it make if someone goes in for plastic surgery to go to hyperbaric? Does that help them cure faster?
No, like I said, the only time that I send people to that are people who have bad circulation of the legs, etc. Not for like a facelift patient doesn't need it, like a normal breast patient doesn't need it. They do fine, they don't need it. So it depends on the type of person, but it's not something I do every day. I really use it sparingly because it's extremely expensive and
Yeah.
I only use it as a last resort.
I know.
Yeah.
So, of the procedures you do, you've already stated that you really enjoy doing the breast work for both men and women, and you also like the facelifts. You were talking about the mini facelifts versus various other types of facelifts, but do you also do the post, Botox and Juvederm and other things that are in between the facelifts? Is
Yes.
that part of your practice?
Yes, that's the best way to do it actually. You kind of get the most mileage out of, putting things back where they should be, and then you try to maintain it for as long as you can. Absolutely. That's the best way to age gracefully, I should say.
Oh. I have a dermatologist. I should go for Botox. I do his advertising. I should go for Botox, huh?
You should.
Well,
Look like a lemon.
if you were going to go around the room, Dr. K,
Don't
And-
Don't you start
and
there,
tell
'cause I'll
each
take it right-
person exactly what you would
okay.
do for them.
Cut her mic.
My love,
Cut
time
her
to go
mic.
for a break.
All right, let's take a break.
take a
and
break. Cut
when
off at the
when we
knees
come
on that
back,
one.
we'll talk to the doctor because he has something else that he does, which is clever and unique. So we'll see you on the other side.
Okay, we'll go to.
Please welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet network that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet television production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes and live streaming, as well as tape productions. Let AMP2 TV handle all of your television production needs. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv. Or call them at 1-866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
Have you ever had a business idea that you thought would be a great solution to tough challenges in today's world, but have no idea how to get started? You don't want to waste investment money on ideas that just don't work. Introducing Health and Wealth Seminars, a sophisticated advertising agency with over 40 years in the ad business. What makes Health and Wealth different from other agencies is they fit your product into the public's need. They help put together the strategy of your business before you commit thousands of dollars and just find out those ideas just don't work. Health and Wealth Seminars carry advertising contracts, radio and television contracts, and even a production service contract that will cover all of your business needs. Call today 954-303-9563 and let Health and Wealth Seminars carry your business to the next level. The number is 954-303-9563. And remember that what happens when you don't advertise is nothing. 954-303-9563 is the number you need to get your business started in the right direction.
You're lunching with two boys from Brooklyn who invite you to advertise on their show. Share your good news. Just call 888-224-5422 and get all the information. There are plenty of options, and this could be a great chance to get the word out about your business or service. That's 888-224-5422. Now let's get back to those two boys from Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
You're on the air, Les. Everybody heard you say I'm doing it now.
Oh, yeah, did everyone hear me?
What are you doing now? Get out of the corner, Les.
I was having a cup of coffee, and okay, I want to make sure everyone writes this down. Dr. Pinozzo is doing his medical seminar on Tuesday, the 16th, that's a week from today, at the South County Civic Center, 16700 Jog Road, Delray, Florida. Now, he's going to be talking about everything that he could cure from your head all the way down to his toes. We're going to have pictures there. We're going to have a lot of people there. If you want to make a reservation, of course, we're getting quite a few right now. It's 954-303-9563, and I'll be picking up the phone, so I will make the reservation as we talk. Let me talk a little about Dr. Pinozzo in case anyone doesn't know who he is. Dr. Pinozzo is a graduate of Ohio State University, medical doctor, interned in Ohio. He decided to go into musculoskeletal practice, which is the practice of musculoskeletal.
Thank you for pointing it out.
Thank you so much, Freddie.
I've been studying this whole speech now, and I got to go back. Okay.
I just feel like I'm in a
threw
circle.
him off his game.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Throw
Fred.
me off my game.
Continue, Lester.
But I can get right back on that game, baby. And what he does is he also studies the physics of the body. He's developed a steroid, which is everywhere, but what he has is he has a C-arm, where he can actually go see where that pain is. Now, Freddie has gone to him, I've gone to him, half of iHeart Media's gone to him.
And I'm going to be going to him about fixing my migraines. He told me yesterday when he called in
100%
that he
cure.
can guarantee to fix my
Yep.
migraines,
Yeah,
and
he
I'm going to
can.
hold him to it.
No,
So
you can. We've
can.
seen
we're
that.
going to do it live and put it right on the air so
Yeah,
everybody
we've
can
seen
see
it.
it when he does
Before
it.
you commit him to take pictures, check with him.
He told me, Dr. Pinozzo, yesterday, he said, bring the camera, and he up for the challenge. He said it
Well,
yesterday.
he's okay with that, but we got to make sure he brings the camera.
No, I'll bring,
have a camera.
I'll bring
Don't
the
worry
camera.
about it.
And
When are you going?
We'll figure it out.
Oh, okay.
We'll let the audience listen.
And the beauty of what he does is, he helped me with my golf swing. He made me.
Nobody can help you with your golf swing.
I could do the swing, Freddie. I can't hit the ball though, but I could go all the way back.
It's because you need help with your eyes, Freddie.
He's like a giant propeller. Zoom.
Nicole, you see what they're doing to me?
We're just trying to throw him really off his game, so he doesn't know whether he's coming or going. It's
You
a little bit
can never throw me off my game. I've been doing this too long. So if you're really interested in seeing Dr. Pinozo, if you want to make an appointment now, you call him at 561-381-5800, and he sees patients Monday through Friday. You'll be amazed. You could go inside, and don't even have to put your name down, sit there and watch all the TV. We have almost 50 episodes of Dr. Pinozo on his big screen. Come on in and enjoy not having any more pain.
And tell the doctor that two boys from Brooklyn sent you.
Tell him the two boys.
And abroad.
No, he doesn't know you
Two
yet.
boys from Brooklyn, but he hasn't met the broad
Yeah,
yet.
so we can't put you in there. So it's the two boys
You
from
confuse the
Brooklyn.
doctor. He'll say, "Who's that? Who's the broad?"
Are you from New York as well?
I am from New York.
And
I
you're-
don't
and you're-
talk like this, Doc, but I'm trying to get rid of that accent,
No, yeah, she did a whole
Can-
bit about how the accent is disappearing. Do you know how many people remember that and they throw it in my face and say, "Forget about it"?
Forget about it.
So now back to the doctor. Dr.
Back to the
Kasuba. Let me
doctor.
ask,
Can I just ask you one
No.
thing about the doctor?
you're going to have to wait. I have my script here. So
Oh,
you sit there
my goodness,
and wait till I'm done.
my goodness.
I won't be able to tell women what to do. Okay. Boom. Hold it. Okay.
Boob? Did he just say boob?
He just dropped the ball again. Dropped the ball again.
So you were in medical school. What made you go get a business degree? That fascinates me because I'm reading your notes. What makes a successful doctor want a business degree? I mean, that's a lot of schooling. Because I majored in business at the University of Miami.
Yeah, when I was
He
at
looks about 22, so I can't figure out how
Really
he's done
does
it all.
look great.
when I was at Emory in college, at that age, who knows? I don't know. Maybe a few people know what they're gonna do, but very few people do, and I was one of them. And you kind of explore. You try new things. You have new experiences. You kind of take all kinds of different challenges on because you don't know. You're trying to figure out, right? That's what college is about. So I took all kinds of classes. I thought, business sounded interesting, but I didn't know much about it, so I went there. But my father is a physician. I've kind of been exposed to it most of my life. And I think it's always been in the back of my mind that, whatever. But I just felt that, business sounded interesting. So, but after going to school, I felt I really didn't need to go to business school to learn business because a lot of it's common sense.
Sure.
A lot of it requires a little gumption, a little courage, a little bit of practical application. And so street smarts were, I felt, much more important than book smarts in business. You can always hire the book smarts, to do work for you.
That's what Donald Trump is doing. If he hasn't
You make the money as a doctor, and you pay others to
Right.
think for you.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's very impressive because business school was hard. I had to learn all these things about business and all those things that weren't important. I was taking courses in debate, so I understand. So when you have a business degree,
It exposes you to think about things differently, at
Yes,
least. So there's been a
100%
lot of
correct.
value in business school because you would not otherwise think about those things, about accounting and about finance and about marketing, and you appreciate those, and those can be applied all over in all aspects of your life. So it was very practical. But I think most business, to me, unless you're doing hardcore numbers stuff, is a lot about common sense. It's
Right.
about street smarts. It's about a lot of things that you can't learn in business school. So after I went to school, I just decided I think my heart was always in medicine and
that's
surgery.
good.
So,
Well, your
yeah.
dad, what kind of doctor is your father?
My father takes care of the bowels and the liver and the stomach and stuff. So he's a gastroenterologist.
So he beautifies the inside while you beautify the outside.
It's funny.
basically.
I suffer from Crohn's disease.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've had this ever since
That
I was
explains
18.
it, folks.
And what happened was,
That's a serious disease.
as you can see, my face all broke out from the Humira. This was the only medicine they could use to help me with that. Are you the only one in your practice, or do you have other partners or associates with you?
No, I'm very lucky. I just brought on a very young, very talented, bright, and well-trained physician named Dr. Nathan.
Oh, great.
He is one of those super smart academic, kind of folks who went directly into medical school from high school, and he did an accelerated program. He did his fellowship training, and he just finished up and joined me in September. So it's two of us, Dr.
Oh,
Nathan
that's
and myself.
fantastic.
Yep.
Now I want to talk to you about something. I'm going to get away from plastic surgery, okay? And I want to talk to you about Symplast, Symplast, and that company. And what is it? What is Symplast? Or what is it that you do with Symplast to make it you wrote, I guess.
Well, Simplast, if you look at the word, it's spelled simple, right? And the plastic surgery, as a matter of fact, plastic really means moldable, changeable. It's really not, it's the plastic true word of it, like a Plastic Man when you were there, the guy just stretches all over.
Oh, Stretch Armstrong.
You can change, so it's about form and function. So Simplast is a very simple, moldable, modular, scalable, mobile ecosystem that enables the healthcare community to function in the modern world.
Wow.
In a simple manner, in a mobile manner, in a complete manner. So literally with my mobile device that I have in my hand, I could run my entire professional career now.
So
No, it's just a simple phone,
Really?
Android
But is it
or
an
iPhone.
app, Doc? Is it an app, or what exactly? Like,
What does
make
it
it
do?
really simple and dummy it down for us who don't know what that means.
Well-
Is it an app for the layman, or is it an app for the for the medical community?
It's an ecosystem of several apps, actually. It's not one. So we have an app for the doctor or the healthcare provider. We have an app for the consumer or the patient. We have the app for support staff that support the doctor and the patients in the care. We also have an app for the referring kind of ancillary care providers as well. So, and all of those interconnect with each other.
Wow.
And so whatever I do, whoever's in my network, so to speak, can exchange and share real live information. So and what it does, it enables you to do it in a mobile world. So I don't have to go to a computer to do it, because one of the things missing in medicine is actionable information.
That's
I mean,
amazing.
it doesn't help me if my information I need when I'm in the operating room, it's in my office. I need it when I need it, because I got to make decisions on the spot.
So when you're on vacation.
Anywhere in the
Wow.
world.
So, Les, if you were having a procedure, you could literally use this app to connect with.
You could do everything, yeah. You could, as a
Wow.
patient, you could look at your records, you could get your images, you could get educational videos, you could pay your bills, you could keep a diary, you could do a bunch of stuff,
So
and
this is for every doctor, not just a plastic surgeon.
no, I mean, my bread and butter is plastic surgery. That's what I know best, but I know surgery in general. So we are, just like any business, we're going to make all of our mistakes in one specialty. We're going to learn from it, and we're going to get better every day, So we, our playing ground right now is plastic surgery, because we have a lot of networking capabilities, and most of the people that are working with me are already practicing physicians. And so we're going to work in the plastic surgery space first, and then once we get better at it, we're going to go into adjacent specialties like dermatology and orthopedics and
Oh,
ENT,
that'd be
and
great for-
then we're going to focus very much on the consumer, because at the end of the day, I really think the medical revolution is going to be brought on by patients, consumers, not regulators, not bureaucrats, not even doctors, because many of them are very stuck in their ways. If you look at my office today, or probably most young practices today, patients come in with their devices. They're blogging to their friends, they're Facebooking to their friends, they're Instagramming to their friends, and they have information, they've done research, and 70-80% of all of the work that they're already doing and they want to do is on their mobile device. So they're driving consumer behavior towards the physicians, and if you don't get on that bandwagon, you're going to be left behind like an old dinosaur.
Well, you know what? You're so right. I have the app for. I also have kidney disease, so I have an app. I have the eye blood pressure thing. I put it in the stand. I take my blood pressure and I send it to all my doctors before I come there. And I also have all my medicines. Well, you're 100% right. All my medicines are on here. So when you're taking a lot of meds, it's very hard to remember them. So I just text it to everybody.
Isn't it amazing that
yes.
I could cook a gourmet French meal watching a video at home when I'm never done cooking, but if I want to have somebody manage their simple post-facelift or post-breast operation instructions, I have to give them a piece of paper that nobody reads, and you lose it. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Let me elaborate for a second on what you're saying to help you tell the audience about this. I've actually been doing quite a bit of reading on this topic, because I have a lot of friends in the medical industry, and their biggest complaint, especially the younger doctors, is that medicine is the only profession that is so far behind the times where there is no instant communication through the patients. So this software that you're creating is perfect. I think it's a really necessary software application for the medical industry, and it really should diversify into all aspects of medicine.
This is really strange, because, Les, I can operate on you here in this radio room.
Not you.
Yeah, me.
You don't have the app.
I get the app and I find out how to replace your brain or something. But I can do it. I can do it.
No, but it's a very important app.
It
really
is.
is. Because
How many
it's
hundreds
a
of
need.
thousands of dollars did it take you to get to where you
How
were?
long did it take you to develop the app? That's an
What a
interesting question.
fantastic idea.
You know, when you do something deeply cognitive and intellectual that requires so much, moving parts to be brought to bear, and so much, so many different types of, people to work together, like technology people and regulation people, physicians, and it's just a very exciting but very complicated process. So we started it back in early 2013. And we spent really, countless hours trying to perfect the workflow, emulate it precisely, and try to think of everything we can think of to make it as seamless as possible. So you asked me, what does it do? It does everything. I could document my stuff. I could I could use multimedia to manage all the things that I need to do. I could do my patient practice management with scheduling and communication and website. I mean, anything that I need in my office that I need to do, I could do it now with my mobile device.
That's unbelievable.
That's
Is that
great.
unbelievable? Wow.
It's good stuff.
Because you know what, that would be good for surgeons. That would be good not only for plastic surgeons but urologists. When you go to a urologist,
It's good for everybody.
Everybody.
It's just good for everybody because
It's
that is the
synergistic. That's the whole point.
That
It's
is
a very
the-
synergistic application.
mother of all movements going on is mobility. Everything is moving to mobile. I mean, can you imagine a world 3-4 years from now where people are going to actually go to a computer, sit down, log in and do? No. I mean, you're going to be doing everything on the go all the time because it's about just in time, actionable, on demand consumption of information and delivery of information, right? That's what you need.
Well, it's funny because I did an interview with a doctor with a company that they insert a chip. And the guy was in Europe vacationing, and the doctor called him and says, I need you to rush yourself to a hospital. He says, what's the problem? On his computer screen, he was getting a bad reading, and they rushed to the hospital, and they averted a heart attack.
Wow.
Now, I don't know, I thought this was a wild ride, but what you're telling me here, Doc, the future is now. We do apps also for what we do to communicate with our producers. Because everybody needs to know what's going on. But in your field, you're saving lives.
Yes.
It's a
And
big
they are
difference.
so behind the times. So this is very, very innovative and necessary because it's the only field that's really behind the times with technology.
Yeah.
So it's tremendous that you're doing that. We need that.
Yeah. It's almost a dichotomy. We've come so far with genomic medicine and lots of neat things in treatment, but as far as digital health, kind of communication, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible, and I just can't live in a world where we are so far behind.
You're right. You're 100% right.
Can you give out the doctor's information again, Les?
Frey has it.
Simplas 954-786-2800.
Pay attention. He's got the numbers. I got my script.
I'm sorry.
Okay?
So give out our phone number again, Les. Just
No,
in
wait.
case
I don't care if they
anybody-
call. I'm more interested in what he's doing.
But
Okay.
that's
You
a
can-
remarkable.
Yeah.
That's a remarkable.
This
it's a doctor who got a
fascinates
business
me.
degree, and a lot of doctors don't do business really well. I'm sorry to say.
Yes.
that.
They don't. That's
They
true.
just don't. I'm sorry. Things have changed. It's made them become business people, but you went in the other way. So you took the business and brought the medical aspect to it. You're going
Exactly
back
right.
and forth.
As a matter of fact, I think you guys will find that a lot of the young doctors. We had a meeting, at our company's headquarters. It's really my office. It sounds good when you say headquarters.
Yes, I like that. It's just headquarters, folks.
The back cave.
But
Man cave.
there's a lot of younger physicians who are coming out who get it, who
Yes.
instantly get it, because this is the world that they're growing up, growing up, and they don't need to be taught on what technology is, what it can do, how it can be
Well, it's
leveraged.
part of their hand. They don't have a right hand. They
And
have
then
a both.
most consumers now just automatically get it, so the people who don't want to or resistant are just going to fall off the cliff, one way or the other, because the movement is here, it's here to stay, it's not going anywhere,
That's right.
Well, it's happened in our industry. If we're not on social media with our clients, people seem to lose it. I mean, people right now text us all the time. When we do our show with Dr. Pinozzo, he has his own show every Sunday, we must get 30 or 40 emails. Could you ask the doctor this question? No one wants to call up like the old days.
Yeah.
So you were right on the edge.
I
of
mean,
something
look what you're
fantastic.
doing. You're streaming it on your mobile device, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
we are.
Whoever figured that?
My kid who created AMP, He sits in a room watching a movie with his girlfriend, and they're talking to each other through the device. They're not even communicating anymore. I says, there's got to be something wrong with this. And they said, no, this is the way it's done, Dad. Get into the game. And this is what's happening right now. It's all about speed, clear communication. I mean, you can send X-rays that will explain something a lot better and faster than calling somebody and says, well, tell him to call me back. Well, he's in surgery. Well, tell him to call me back. This is important. You may need some of this
You just
information.
said something great. Dr. Kasuma, they can see an X-ray too on the app?
Yes.
You
Yes.
see anything.
Wow.
Yes. You can get access to your X-rays.
This
on it.
fascinates
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
This is one of the, this absolutely
That's what I'm saying.
fascinates
I'm
me.
going to operate on you. We could do this, Les.
Do you do hair transplants also?
Oh,
I do
Freddie,
not.
I need-
He
I
didn't
need-
know
I-
what else
I gave
to do.
him-
We
I
had to
gave
give
him
it
the
back
How to
to
give that
you.
singer in? How to
Little
give that
bit,
singer?
a little bit of the dig.
But Les, listen, we can all get dressed up. The doc will read to us what we got to do. We can do this.
So your passion, Doc, is both the business
That's
application
think about
and
that for how
also
amazing that is.
beautifying
That's an
people.
amazing
My passion
So-
my passion really is problem solving and innovation, and both business, that are the software and my surgical field do the same. For plastic surgery, you see all kinds of strange stuff with congenital problems, with traumatic problems, with specific requests. There's nothing like this in textbooks. You have to a lot of times figure it out. You just don't know. A lot of
That's
times
what
you
Dr.
have to,
Pinozzo did, the
yeah,
same
you
thing
have
you're
to,
saying.
yeah, you have to be very creative, and this is the same. So my passion really broadly is problem solving and innovation. I that's what drives me in plastic surgery. That's what drives me in business. That's what drives me everywhere.
That's why you're so good at what he does.
if we had a list of doctors that came in through here and we pitched them about, or is this already well known in the industry?
We are a very early startup. We are still in our infancy, but we are growing rapidly.
Well, I like to hear
so,
that.
Yeah.
So
Ground
what are you
floor,
looking
baby.
for as assistants to help your company grow? Are there
We're
certain things you're looking for that we can maybe help put out to our listeners?
Yeah, we're looking for awareness of availability of our software. So a lot of plastic
it.
surgeons, aesthetic industry, medical spas, any kind of talent that's looking to work with startups. We're looking to hire some people.
Wow.
We're looking to bring on sales and kind of expose our software and our company to anybody and everybody, starting with the aesthetics industry. So medical spas and then plastic surgery and oculoplastic surgery.
Speaking of plastic
Wait one second.
surgery.
Did you say
Why
oculoplastic
don't
surgeons too?
Oculoplastic surgery, facial plastic surgery, cosmetic dermatology, all of these fields that do aesthetic medicine, we'd love to bring awareness to our software.
So if somebody wants to get plastic surgery on their face done, and let's say they're sitting at home, can they send you through the app a picture of themselves, and you can sort of design on that app and send it back to them through mobile application as to what they'll look like?
Absolutely.
That's fabulous.
Well. Yes, we're headed in the direction, but right now you absolutely can send pictures and videos actually through the mobile device securely to your physician, and you can get a response back the same. Yes, you can.
I love that. That's really great.
I thought you would love that. I think
Well, you
would
know
like
what the
that.
idea is, because if somebody's in New York and they'd like to meet, do you mind if I call you Dr. K?
No.
And they'd like to meet Dr. K, but they don't want to have to spend the expense to come have a physical office meeting.
not be for
They
them.
could send them a
Right.
picture. They
That's a
can
good
get
idea.
an applicant.
That's
They can
great.
get a great patient nationally, internationally, just via the internet and a mobile app. I mean, what a brilliant
it's
way
like
to
essentially
promote
like
your business.
telemedicine, right? I mean, you can save
Exactly.
time and money, by not having to travel for unnecessary things, going to ERs and doing stuff that you don't need to, because 90% of the time you can solve it with just some simple information
Absolutely.
that you need.
I
But
like that.
the
So you're
problem
helping
is,
doctors grow their businesses because they
Yeah,
can
that's
have a
true.
further reach by simply using your app and applying it to their businesses. They can reach a further perspective of
What
of,
I
of
like
people.
what I like about this most of all, I mean, everything's fantastic, but to know if your doctor goes on vacations, which all doctors have, he's right there. He could be on the slopes, and he could say, "I'm looking at it right now. I think that is the most amazing thing, because you always hear, "Well, he'll be back on Monday," but you don't look like the type of guy that won't take a call.
Yeah. You can
amazing.
manage a lot of things, if you have good information when you need it, and you can eliminate a lot of roadblocks and issues, because I think all of that can be enabled through technology. But in Simplas we always say it's not about technology, right? Technology is just an enabler. It's about making relationships amongst physicians and patients sacred again, because that's the primary thing we're always trying to do. Technology just happens to be the vehicle that we use to enable that, which has been lost in the sauce recently because of all the craziness going on in medicine. So really, we're really about building that bond again, which is the most
the
sacred
core
thing.
connection
And
between
and we're leveraging the current cutting edge technology to enable that, because everybody gets it, everybody can get it, like I remember my father, who's a physician, right? He's retired, but he's come back because he's bored. He doesn't know what else to do. So
He's come back. Huh? He's come back.
He's somebody who never wanted to use phones, but
did.
now he was sending videos.
He's embraced it,
Yeah,
right?
He's embraced it.
He's in India or he's here?
He's here. He's in Atlanta.
Is this proprietary?
Yeah, of course. It's
And it's patented, and,
patented.
you own everything. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. All right, we got 4 minutes there left. I want to thank the good doctor for coming in and sharing this information.
Oh, yes.
Can
Thank
you
you
give us
for
a couple of quick tips for Valentine's Day and how we can just quickly beautify ourselves?
Yeah.
Quick facelift lifts,
I can help you with it. Stay out of the sun, eat your veggies, and do one ice cream.
I would like to hear from Dr. K any quick
think I know
fixes
this,
that
huh?
he might have. Maybe something we can get from his office, a quick little mini facelift, something we can
She's
do.
always looking for a freebie.
Hold it.
I'm not looking for a freebie. I'm looking for
Just go
him
see the
to
doctor.
promote something that maybe we can come in quickly and purchase and,
Go on the app.
and make us look better.
Go on the app and find out.
There's actually yes, I mean there's actually a new technology called the ThermiSmooth. ThermiSmooth is a non-invasive little radio frequency device that you can use to tighten up the skin around the
My
eyes.
wife
and
has that.
Maybe around the mouth, and it's very quick. It takes
Yeah.
about 10-15 minutes. You can do it, and people get ready for functions and
Well, there you
and
go.
events.
So what does it do? It plumps up the skin?
It
and
just
reduces-
tightens up some skin.
How long does it take?
15 minutes.
Liz, shoot on
I
down
think
there, baby.
I might have to go down that. And then is it not like you won't have scarring for a couple of days?
No,
It's
there's
just-
no scarring with this.
Okay,
There's
great.
actually
No scarring, Liz.
Sounds great.
Let's go. Hurry before Valentine's Day
so
for your
now
next date.
I have to give out all the numbers. So you be quiet and you be quiet. No, I need you. Give the number first. Give the number to the doctor's office.
The
That
doctor's surgery office, the surgery center, is 954-472-8355.
and the corporate.
Simplas Medical Software is 954-786-2800. And we want to thank Nicole for bringing this segment in there.
Dr. K in here. I was very excited. You did a great job.
And invite him back,
there
right,
she
guys?
is.
Of course we'll invite him back.
Absolutely. Come
Nicole,
on
say
back.
hi to everybody.
We got 2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes.
What do you want to talk about in 2 minutes?
All right, listen, tomorrow's show,
Yes.
we're going to invite you back to have a bagel and a notch with us. We're going to have, what's that together? We're going to have Hallie Elise tomorrow, psychic on the air.
That's a bagel and a nosh.
Whatever it is. Hallie Elise is coming to
Okay.
spend, she's going to talk a little bit about the future, the past, and the present.
Oh yeah, I
So
want to
tune into that a little bit.
What was I? A cow when I came into one? I go.
You were a porcupine.
I was a porcupine.
There you go.
Have you
But
ever
anyway,
been to Brooklyn, Doc?
I have, but not. I don't know Brooklyn that well.
Doc, don't worry about it. We'll take you there. You learn Brooklyn in 5 minutes.
I want to thank everybody. Again, if you want to call Dr. K, give him his personal number.
954-472-8355. That's his personal number. That's the center.
And what's his personal number?
All right.
And I want to thank our illustrious young lady here, Nicole,
Thank you, Nicole.
for bringing the doctor. And I hope that
You never say hi to Connecticut. She's very upset with you.
Connecticut.
Okay,
I'm sorry. Was your finger on the button? I got 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. What can I do in 1 minute that I can't do?
You can say goodbye, Ollie.
Goodbye, everybody. I hope
you for
everyone
joining.
enjoyed today's show. Today was a little bit more serious because we had a physician on. But if it happens again, it's not going to be this serious. I just want to But the doc did very well, didn't he?
I
You
think
did
you
very
did
well.
fabulous.
Yeah.
And you gave some great information that I think is useful for everybody.
Thank you very much
So
for
I
having me.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Again,
And
folks,
thanks to Joanne for calling in. Please call in, tell your friends about us, listen in, and call up and ask us questions and send ideas to what's the website address, Freddie?
amp2.tv.
And I hope you people will watch it. Again, we got 9 seconds left.
Like us
Thank
on
you very
Facebook.
much.
Say goodbye, Ollie.
Say goodbye. Thank you.
Well, that's about it for today's lunch break with two boys from Brooklyn. You're invited to join the break every day, Monday through Friday at 12 noon. So, if you missed some of the good stuff they served up today, there's more coming next time. Bring your lunch and the boys from Brooklyn will bring the smiles. And it's all live. See you next time. Now go and enjoy the rest of your day.